Hi, Ebonies, and welcome back to Ebony Collective. So they thought that you were going to fail without them. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So let's get right into it. So I wanted to do this video in particular because I know that a lot of women would have gone through this at some point in their life. And that would have been when they were potentially either in a relationship with someone, or you had a very close friendship with someone, or even family members who from a certain age or even a young age, they saw your potential and they felt like they had some type of tie to you, or in a relationship they felt like, well, actually you put them on a pedestal, so now they feel like they're the best that you ever had and you can never get anybody else apart from that person. But instead, what you've actually done is, even when those people are no longer in your life, so whether it's from a relationship or whether it's from a friendship or even family members, that you've got to a situation where you've cut ties, that you've blocked, or maybe just reduced your contact, and they thought that because of a particular situation that you may have gone through, or something negative or bad that they thought may have happened to you, or they considered it to be bad, they thought that that was going to be the end of you. And I'm here to say to you that that was not the end of you, and that is not going to be the end of you. In fact, Ebony's, in fact, you going through situations in life that weren't necessarily part of the plan. They may have taken you in a different direction. You yourself may not have even known, where is this going to lead me to? In fact, those type of situations, even when you felt low, when you felt depressed, when you felt like nobody was there for you or even there to support you, those situations you were able to get out of, those situations you were able to climb out of and develop and grow and glow. And this is something that I'm talking about from my own experience. I've been through one situation in particular that I can say, relationship wise, was almost like, wow, where is my life going now? Especially feeling like you don't know which direction your life is taking you, feeling like you're out of control of your life, feeling like your life is going in a direction that you did not plan for, that was so off script that you're saying to yourself, how did this happen to me? How did I end up in this situation? But I can tell you that every situation has its purpose. Every situation has a meaning to it. And you just have to be able to sit with that situation and work out, what is the purpose of this situation? How is this situation enhancing you? Why was this situation put in your life? And trust and believe me, there's always a meaning to every situation that we are faced with. And me in particular, I was able to sit in my thoughts with that particular situation and realize that actually I hold the power to get out of this situation. And I'm not going to let any type of negative situation be the catalyst of my downfall, so to speak. And I can honestly say that there are a lot of people close to you, that could be family, that could be friends, that could be even your partner, that could be jealous of you and envious of you. And because of that jealousy and envy, they are waiting on your downfall. They are waiting to see, front row seat. They are waiting to see, how are you going to get out of this situation? Because from their view and their perspective, they think that is the end of you. And I'm here to tell you that no situation is ever going to be the end of you. There are always ways in life, as long as you are healthy, as long as you have access to certain things that can take you out of situations, you will always be able to get yourself out of a situation. And you can do that by yourself. You don't need anybody to help you necessarily to get out of a situation. The first person that you need is yourself. The second thing that you need is your mind. You need to start thinking in a way where you're starting to make plans to get out of a situation. Because when I say that people are literally probably preying on people's downfalls, they are praying that you stay stuck in a situation. They don't want to see you prosper. They don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you glow up. They feel uncomfortable when they see any positive changes going on in your life. And sometimes that can even draw people closer to you, the wrong people, because they want to know, how are you doing that? How have you been able to go through such a bad situation and get yourself out of that situation? Even sometimes, Ebony's, sometimes it could just be a smile. It could be the way that you're glowing, the way that you're, feeling much more happier, the way that your energy has now shifted from feeling low, down, depressed, sad, angry, bitter, the way that your energy may have shifted. It could be your confidence has increased. It could be the way that you dress now, the way that you take pride in how you look, the way that you take pride in how you show up for yourself first and foremost, and then how you show up to the outside world. That can make people feel uncomfortable because for some reason they think that you should be stuck in that same situation that you potentially was in 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. People feel uncomfortable when they see people leveling up. It makes people feel uncomfortable, and they thought that you were going to stay stuck, and they were praying and hoping that you were going to stay stuck. But I'm here to remind you and to encourage you that nobody can make you feel stuck in any situation that you are able to get out of. We have the internet now. We have resources around us. We have health. Even if you're healthy, that means that you're healthy to be able to move around. You've got your mind. You're able to do things. So utilize it. Don't get to the point where you do, get older and you look back on your life and you're like, wow, why did I not do those things that I was scared of? Why did I not do the things that I should have done, but I didn't, because it made other people feel comfortable for me to dim my light, for me to dim my shine. But in that process, you lost yourself. In that process, you wasn't living up to your true self. Your glow up was affected. Your level up was affected because you stayed comfortable, because you stayed safe. Sometimes you have to take yourself out of the box to be able to glow up. You have to take yourself out of your fears in order to be able to level up. You have to push yourself forward to that next step. And then things will start falling into place for you. But people always think that once you're in a situation that is bad, you may have lost your job, you may no longer have money that you used to, you may have had a business that didn't succeed. However people perceive failure, they feel like you should stay stuck in that situation. They feel like that now there's no hope for you. And now what are you going to do now with your life? How are you going to navigate? They're watching to see how are you going to navigate the next steps of your life? How are you going to get out of that particular situation? And I want to remind you, Ebony, that again, you are the power. You hold the power. There's always a way. There's always a way. Once you have the ability to move, once you have the ability to speak, once you have the ability to have your health, there's always going to be a way forward. And you should never let anybody else trick you, because that's what people are essentially doing. They're trying to trick you and keep you stagnant. They're trying to delay your progression. They're trying to keep you in a situation that no longer serves you, but it makes them feel comfortable. So it doesn't make you feel comfortable because you know that you're made for more. You know you're meant for more, but it makes other people feel comfortable. So they're going to try their best to keep you there. They're going to try their best to manipulate you. They're going to try their best to reduce your confidence, to make sure that you have low self-esteem, to make sure that you're no longer the confident version of yourself. And once you get to that point, you have to take control. You have to remind yourself that some people really don't want to see you shine. There's going to be people that don't want to see you glow up. And when you are glowing up, keep going. Don't stop. Don't let anybody trick you out of what's meant for you. Don't let anyone's negative opinions, negative energy, negative stares. Don't let people get to you to the point where you stay stagnant and you don't keep progressing in life. If you want to start that business, girl, start your business. If you want to leave your job, but you've got a backup plan, you've got other plans that you can focus on that's still going to bring you in money, go down that direction. Don't just quit your 9 to 5, by the way. That's not sensible if you don't have another way of, bringing in income. But yes, focus on the things that are meant for you. And even if people do try to put self-doubt in your mind, be able to turn those thoughts around and remind yourself of who you are. Speak affirmations over your life, positive affirmations over your life. I've mentioned this in another video, but how important self-talk is, how important those 70, 80,000 thoughts that we have every day going on in our mind, how important it is to stay on top of those thoughts, because those thoughts are controlling us. Those thoughts are navigating how we go about our day and how we feel about ourselves, and then how people perceive us. So stay on top of your thoughts. Make sure you speak positively over your life. Speak positive affirmations over your life. Don't stay stuck. That's one of the worst things that you can do, Ebony's, especially when you have the ability, the access, the resources to help propel you to your next level in life. This is part of your glow up. This is part of your level up. Negative people are always going to be there. Even if you cut one negative person off, you're most likely going to meet two negative people somewhere down the line. So it's really important that you stay focused, you stay true to yourself, you speak positively over yourself, you control the thoughts that are running through your mind to remind yourself of who you are each and every single day. Positive thoughts though, and you cut out the chatter, cut out the noise, cut out the people who are no longer for you. Make sure that you continue to glow up, even if it's in silence. You don't even have to show off to these people. You don't even need to tell them step by step what it is that you're doing each and every single day as part of your glow up. You can stay silent. Don't even let them know, because those people are going to become so jealous and envious that they're likely to want to come back into your life to ruin that exact glow up. Stay silent in your glow up. Stay silent in your level up. If you've got a business that you want to start, stay silent until that business is actually bringing in something, that you're seeing good results from your business. But in the meantime, stay hustling, stay grinding at your business, in your work, and let them see the results. No, don't speak too soon. That's one of the things that I can say. People will try to keep you stuck because you've spoken too soon and you've given them access to thoughts that are going on in your brain, which allows them to be able to come in and manipulate those thoughts, that enables them to be able to come in and put self-doubt in your mind. We need to cut that out. So yes, people are always going to try to keep you stuck, but the main thing is you're focusing, you're taking action. I've spoken about taking messy action in anything that you're doing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you're taking at least one step towards whatever goal you're working on or whatever life you're trying to achieve, take one step each day. Do that in silence. Don't show off about it. Don't let people into your thoughts in that way. Let them see the results. And then from there, you will feel a sense of freedom, because once you've hit that point of the results have come to fruition, you've built up that resilience. You've built up the positive thoughts. You've built up the steps that took you to that success. So it's very difficult for people to come in and really put self-doubt in, compared to when you're on your journey and when you're working behind the scenes and you're telling people what you're doing, and then they come in and put self-doubt in. It's much more easier for people to manipulate you and to put the fear in you. So stay silent. No more loose lips. I say that again, no more loose lips, Ebony's. We need to stay focused. We need to stay attuned. You need to be aware that people are going to try and keep you stuck. But I'm here to tell you that you are no longer stuck. You have the power to change your life. And the way that you do that is by taking control of your mind, taking control of your thoughts. Take action daily. And even if people, be prepared that there are going to be jealous people, be prepared that there could be negative people around you, but stay aligned, stay focused. Listen to my podcast. I am here to encourage you. Listen to what I'm teaching and other people similar to me, because I've done this before, and by doing that, I've stayed focused, I've stayed aligned, I've been able to achieve a lot of goals by sticking to this and reminding myself daily of who I am. Ebony's, you are queens. I'm here to remind you that you are queens. If you need affirmations that are really going to tap you into this queen version of yourself, to your glow up, to your level up, make sure you access my Goddess Unlocked affirmations. You can say them daily, you can say them in your mind, you can speak them out loud, but let me help you guys to glow up and level up.